Hello? Hey, Tejas, how you doing?
Morning.
Not much going on this morning.
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot.
No. Oh, man. But,
Just can't seem to get in the mood to trade this whole year.
forget it.
What's that?
Forget it. Forget it.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I'm
you
still
like,
trading either way. It's just I don't know. My head's just not in the game.
yeah, you'll get it. Just order filled. So good. Yeah, you should have no trouble. Uh,
Let's see. You just put on a trade, right?
yeah, some short here.
Short. Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are you looking to get out of this in terms of ticks?
At 15, I'd be pretty happy.
Oh wow. Okay.
That.
So did you see the update that CME did on 6E?
They just changed the tick structure.
Right. They changed the increment size from like 1 pip to half a pip.
Yeah. And it's only $5, right?
No, no, I mean it's still exactly the same. Like 1 pip is 1250, so half pip is still like 625 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So price wise, it's exact same. But hopefully this way it helps out a little bit with a little bit more liquidity and stuff like that.
Well,
Fluidity.
it's got tremendous. It's approaching the ES in size.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
dude.
I like the way it moves, but yeah, I mean I'm glad they did this because it was always a little bit choppy, like it just
Yeah.
races from one point to the next kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I
Otherwise,
agree.
it's got a lot of potential.
I used to trade the tar out of it. used to, like I said, they used to be like an ATM machine in my mind, and then it just stopped moving that way, you know. But you look, it,
You ever trade the DEX?
I don't. No. I traded when I was over there. I never traded it here.
Looks like a lot of damage can be done with the DEX.
Yeah, that's and vice versa, so to speak.
Yeah, it's just a matter of to whom it's
Yeah,
getting done.
I but several real smart guys do damage. All right. Target filled. All right.
I have a lot of sleep issues, so
Yeah.
I might consider slowly working my way into doing DEX overnight when I can't sleep.
Yeah, 16 would be better.
Yeah, I looked at 6E, and again, that was my first go-to, but because of
Yeah.
that choppiness, I was kind of turned off by it.
Yeah, it didn't used to be that way. It doesn't take much for it to change. But it didn't used to be choppy at all.
Hopefully, this new tick structure will help it out. It seems to be
Yeah.
getting smoother already. We're only a couple days in, but it's already looking a little bit smoother than before.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big old contract, I think it trades like 600 or 700,000 a day, as opposed to the EAS, which is about 1.2 million. So it's pretty good up there. It's just, I think it's the second biggest contract of any kind of all of them out there.
Right.
It's not a good. I mean, it's okay to trade. Look at uh, the pound and dollar are pretty easy to trade.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's what 6B.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check that out. So
Yeah, there are a lot of good contracts to trade. They move a lot. Uh, it's a good thing.
yeah, I like having a whole plethora of things to trade, but I'm not used to the low volume that comes in futures and commodities. So I never
Yeah.
know like what I should risk versus what I probably should sit out. Like I look at soybeans and I see people making an arm and a leg on soybeans, but I look at the volume and I'm thinking, forget it. This looks like something I could totally just screw up.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the actually, this whole exchange started on ag, okay?
Hmm.
And, and back in the day of those contracts, yeah, people don't really, know, just move on. That's all they do.
Hmm. It's too bad because I mean, actually, in a way, I'm kind of glad. Never mind. Let me take that back. I'm glad
What?
that commodities volume's low
Why is that?
because because once you start getting stupid people trading a lot of commodities and stuff like that, that can that can really impact real world. Like if we're talking about something like just stocks or something like that, it really is just paper money being traded around.
Yeah,
But when we're talking about soybeans and pork bellies and OJ and stuff, things like that, like things that actually make a difference to a lot of people.
Yeah,
like on a more basic level. I don't
yeah,
want, I don't want stupid people or greedy people messing around with that.
yeah. It's uh, yeah. You got that corn, and that's kind of an old boys network too.
Hmm.
So there's all kinds of problems there. Uh, the least of which is uh, you know, clearly, things getting jammed up here. We're just getting ready to start. I think I want to take one 950.
The hell just happened on my chart? Ah, that's why.
Order 10.
Feel like it's just you and me today, huh?
But nah, there'll be other people here. These guys are kind of like bankers, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't quite figured out the dynamics of trading. I don't know. I really don't know why. This room is actually it's a pretty good room when Ray's here. I guess really. Everybody else kind of chimes in, but wasn't good before that. Boy, it was a terrible room.
He's trying to call it like you see it, huh?
Yeah, I tell them. Well, I mean, if you're the best way to learn to trade is to help each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the worst thing you can do is, sit there and just stare at me, stare at the chart and watch me make calls for no particular reason, right?
Right.
That's not a good situation either. You know what I mean? They're never going to be any good unless they make some of their own calls, and I mean, granted, people oftentimes to make calls and right around where I make them, and I kind of laugh. Don't you think I probably wanted to get the best one in there, and just, gee, this is a buy, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh, I got it down
Order
here.
canceled. Order filled.
Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier when you said you're looking to go short and had, like a 15 tick target. I was wondering, like, really a short? Doesn't this look like it's about to make a bull continuation?
I can't tell you what I was thinking.
Target filled.
Boom. Oh, easy. Not much of a jumper in her, but yeah, you never know. I try to keep enough people in here so if everybody, there'll be about 10. And with
Hmm.
my people, and that's how I don't really don't want many more than that in here.
Right.
And, oh, God, people just don't come, I mean, to find somebody who's dedicated enough to this game to come every day. And those guys get good. If they come every day, they're always reading about trading and talking about it. Those guys
Hmm.
get real good. The rest of them, they keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
You know.
See, what I never understood is when you know you have money on the line, why would you do anything less than give it, your full 10? Why'd you ever treat it as, like a part-time thing?
Oh yeah, yeah. I walk away from trades all the time, though, on purpose. Believe it or not. Just because. Why? I mean, I just always have. I mean, when certain trades going your way, you don't got to stare it down. There's the high.
Do you remember the wrestler Rowdy Piper or something like that?
Yeah, he just died.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, he was in a movie with aliens or something like that, and if he wore like special sunglasses or something, he could see them.
Yeah,
Well, I have like a little still of a clip of that movie. It's just
yeah,
one picture out of it, and
yeah,
you know what a meme is, right?
yeah.
Yeah, somebody memed it. So this is a picture of him with the glasses on, and it's at the top of the picture. It says, "I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass," and
No.
at the bottom it says, "And I'm all out of bubblegum."
I like it. Not as much as you. You like it better.
Yeah, I love like smart ass humor.
Yeah, me too.
The more unnecessary, the better.
Well, Dennis, they ain't really gotten caught lately. Oh man, with their cookies in their hands in the cookie jar, for sure.
Who's this?
Dennis are really under fire.
What is that?
Well, they're not making very much money, so they kind of invent a bunch of procedures you have to have when you go in.
Mm.
And they didn't get any coverage under Obamacare. No, so basically, the very few people have plans with dentistry. Dental work on it.
That just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. I just completed my trade on ES as a 4-point trade.
Uh, straight here.
Order con-
Let's see. Hey, do you have an Android or iPhone phone?
Android.
Android, okay. There are a couple of apps you may want to have on your phone. They come in very handy. They're made by
Yeah.
the same people.
Uh, just a second. What apps are they?
Here, let me make sure I get the exact name on here. Give me just a second. My apps. Okay, they are called. It's the makers of the software.
Uh-huh.
Their name is Desarox, Desaroxx, Desarox Software, and the two apps that I use, they are called. Where's the second one? Okay, one of them is U.S. Economic Calendar,
Yeah.
and the other one is called. Where'd it go? Forex Calendar News.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what they do is the Forex Calendar News. They basically just take the feed out of forexfactory.com's calendar,
Uh-huh.
and the U.S. Economic News. They just take it from Econoday's calendar.
Yeah.
And I have them set so where under settings, I only like especially the Forex News. I only want high impact news only, and only high impact news that comes out of U.S., China, and maybe
Yeah.
with the euro related. Those are the only ones that I want. Outside of that, I unchecked all of them. And then on the other one, the economic news, uh, they do it a little bit differently, but I have it to where only like the ones that's labeled red and yellow. I only want those news to show up. Outside of that, don't send me a notification. So that way, I don't really have to keep up with when the news is or whatever. This app will do it for me, and you can
Yeah.
even set it to give you a reminder. And I have it set to like 45 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I would suggest like you tell your students about it as well.
Yeah. We just use Forex, but that's all right. Uh, anywhere you can find it.
I don't think this company does anything for iPhones, but I know that they do have it on Android, and it's available on the Android whatever it's called, Google Play or whatever
Yeah.
their store, and they're both free.
Yeah.
order filled. Target
Oh,
That trade worked good there.
we must
So,
have high volume or something going on today because my computer is starting to freeze up or something. And it's, it's an old one. It only does it when there's like high volume involved.
that high volume day, 38,000 since since an hour ago.
I I have ES, CL, NQ, and 6E open.
Yeah.
So this thing right now, the economic calendar, under settings, I have the one in red and yellow check marked, and the other ones unchecked.
Yeah.
And the red one says market moving indicator. The yellow one is merits extra attention.
Oh,
So
yeah.
under yellow right now it says next in 13 minutes, jolts at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Yeah.
So between the two, it's pretty good. Sometimes both of them will point to the same thing because it'll affect
Yeah.
both calendars. So it's
Yeah.
all good as long as I get my news update. And again, I could care less what the news says. I only need to know when it is.
Right.
The last FOMC where they increased the rate.
Yeah.
Man, that day was great. I wasn't even really trying that day, and made a boatload of cash. And I stayed out, during the news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even after news release, I know I stayed out for at least another 15 minutes, and then after that, I put on 2 trades towards end of the day, and yeah, one trade gave me like 8 points or something like that.
So,
The other trade gave me 11 points. Considering it's ES, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the very first day of this year,
Yeah.
I'll just let you know since since we're on here alone right now.
Yeah.
The very first day of the year, I couldn't sleep Sunday night.
Yeah.
Remember, I was having all the sleep issues that week.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep at all, so I just stayed up trading, and just my luck, it was actually moving overnight. So between Sunday overnight and pretty much most of the day Monday, while I was trading on
Yeah.
ES, I racked up about 70, 75 points or something like that.
No kidding.
Yeah,
That's good.
that is excellent. I really did not see that coming. That whole week, man, it was just, I don't know what. I was just racking up points left, right, and center. And I think it helped that overnight it was actually moving rather than, it's doing its usual thing about being flat all the time.
Yeah.
But I was really looking forward to, January this year because I knew that in January, market tends to move, especially since we're doing something a little different this year than we have been for the last few years. So I knew the volatility would kick in, and the very first guy I mentored, he had just recently completed his mentorship, and we went in with a goal. I wanted to get him ready for January. That was the major goal. We
Yeah.
started in the beginning of October, and I wanted him to be ready and set to go by beginning of January. And sure enough, he did it. He pulled it off.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, that's a cool thing.
So after we spoke yesterday, I was thinking like, man, forget you know, teaching any more people. I really only wanted to teach like a handful of people. Period. Anyways, you know,
Yeah.
I had no illusions about, you know, trying to do something more than that.
Yeah.
And my reasoning for even wanting to mentor this many people
Yeah.
was personal. You know, like when I was having rough times, you know, when you're going through hard times, you start getting to pray. You know,
Yeah.
if you weren't religious before, it will start making you religious a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know, I was going through some really rough times, so you know, it just felt like my prayers were answered. So in a way, I wanted to kind of give back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why, you know, I even did this mentorship thing, or else there's no way how I was going to show anybody how I trade, kind of thing. You know, it works too well.
Yeah. I took a different route. Just I don't know why. I really don't. But uh, you know, I'll figure it out one of these days, I guess. But I take all these freaking medicines every day. God.
What's that?
Oh, I gotta take like 5 different medicines a day. Drives me nuts.
It's kind of funny you should mention that because I take about 2 to 5 meds myself every day.
Yeah.
2 I take every morning, anyways, and the other 3 I kind of take as needed. But beyond
Yeah.
that, I take a lot of vitamins and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like uh, back in the days, one of my friends made a comment. Actually, it was my cousin who just came from India at the time, and he saw
Yeah.
how many pills I was, you know, taking in. He just told me, dude, why do you even bother, you know, popping one pill at a time and swallowing it with water? Just put it all in a bowl, you know, put all the pills in the bowl, pour all the water in all at once, and just have a soup, make a soup out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't figure out these guys because I've been trading pretty good, right?
Hmm.
And like today, these 5:30 on three trade, three trading decent. You know, they're a lazy bunch.
Your current students right now?
Yeah, yeah,
That's just it, man. Even with mine, like the people I've been mentoring, like it's like pulling teeth. Hey, when do you want to do your next session? You know, let's get to it already.
oh yeah. Nobody wants to trade as much as you and I can tell you.
It takes. I think it takes. It really does take us like a real a certain type of personality to really just enjoy this.
Yeah, nutcase.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Um, this one guy I know, I met him through, you know, this other, you know, quote unquote trading place that we both used to be students at back in the days.
Yeah,
He needed some help with his trading, so you know, I offered to help him, and I was showing him because of his schedule, he still has to work a 9 to 5 for the time being,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then slowly work into doing day trading. So
yeah,
you know, I was telling him just do forex because it's slower. If you try to do futures, it's going to eat you alive. If you're trying to do 9 to 5 at the same time, you know,
yeah,
futures kind of demands a little bit more attention than stocks and forex.
yeah. Uh, it does, as a matter of fact.
And
It does.
so I showed him like 3 separate trades that he could have taken yesterday. And you know, the first one started about 8:30. The last one ended about 12:30 Central.
Yeah,
In that 4 hours of time, he could have made over 300 pips. and
Oh,
let's say you get like some kind of iffy fill. Even then, what's it going to be, like 5 pips away each time?
yeah,
The total sum was over 300 pips anyways. It was 300 something. So it still comes out to, 300 pips total. And in half a day's worth, where you're not even having to sit there and watch it too much,
yeah,
that is some good living.
yeah, yeah. It is. You gotta watch it. You just exit. And you wait time you get to kind of figure out where the best exit is.
Forex is extremely uh, price action friendly.
Uh, price action friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forex.
Well,
If you know price action, Forex is actually pretty easy to trade.
no kidding.
hmm And actually, trying to learn Forex is how I learned futures, because it
Oh
turned
yeah.
out everything that I was doing in Forex was working in futures as well. And
Yeah.
about a year ago, almost a year ago, exactly, I was trying, when I was first, just getting really consistent with my trading, I was really burning the candle at both ends, right? And so in about half a day's worth of work, I was averaging about 10 points on ES
Yeah.
and about 250 pips on Forex at the same time.
Oh.
I'd start around 6 a.m. and I'd let it go till about 11:30 Central
Yeah.
time. Uh, Forex really, there's a really good 4-hour period between 6 and 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Central. If you just sit there and day trade that, and even then it's not even like on the 5-minute chart or anything like that. You can do it on 15-minute chart too. Just
Yeah.
have multiple trades open. You're good for the day.
Say most of these guys, uh, they, uh, they could never stay in trade that long, though.
See, that's what I don't understand. If you're trading until about midday, anyways, my assumption is that you're not going to work on a 9 to 5. So then, what is your rush out of there? At that point.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what the hell do you have to do that's so important midday?
No, I help a guy. He's always, he's always got, know, big doings.
Sounds a little bit like fear. Make up any excuse, find any
Yeah.
excuse to get away.
Yeah. Oh, geez, let's go back up there. Oh,
So this whole time while I was yapping away,
yeah.
uh, I went short on NQ about 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and I got out about 6 minutes ago, I guess, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I pretty much traded that bear move.
Hmm.
Not too bad. I mean, I'm still having a little bit of trouble getting hang of NQ because it's just like you can trust it to keep going, as opposed to ES. You better watch your ass.
Yeah. Early in the move, it usually going to keep going.
Right.
And late in the move, it's,
What? Did I lose you?
And that's what that's kind of why I like this contract is it runs in the same direction a lot.
Hmm. See, for that kind of stuff, I like CL.
Yeah, I understand it. I like it too. It's just been kind of ever since the state of disaster. I'm not as interested as I could be anyway.
CL has definitely gotten a little choppier and a little bit harder. But when I was looking at it about, I guess, a year ago,
Yeah.
or even just last end
Mm,
of last summer,
yeah.
early fall, even then, like it was so much easier to trade.
It's easier to trade than the NQ than this ES.
The only upside to ES is the number of contracts it can handle. Outside of that, it's just easier to trade everything else.
Yeah. I'm kind of ham and egging it here, but I'm ham and egging it pretty good, aren't I?
No doubt about it.
I wanted to get 800, and I thought I had it there, but it moved. I saw it move during the refractory period after you order it, and they're trying to get it sold. I saw it. It moved a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't their fault that one.
Since my head's really not in the game anyways,
Yeah,
I might just keep a track of 6E for a while.
yeah, it'd be a great idea. It's got lots of good stuff. And it closes at 11:30 Eastern. Okay.
Does it?
Well, they take an hour off for lunch, and they shut the exchange down, and then I could come back. Sometimes she doesn't take them. She just keeps trading.
Yeah, well, see,
Ah,
the thing with 6E is like each tick is worth the same as ES, but it moves a lot more ticks at a time. So, if that's the case, might as well try to have a little bit of fun with it.
yeah,
Now, especially now that, they're trying to work up a little bit more liquidity, it might make things a little bit more interesting. Well, that was an easy three-pointer on ES. Actually, I'm pretty sure you could have probably gotten more out of that. I tend to be a little bit conservative on my entries, but not so conservative where it's just late.
yeah.
I for my personal trading style, what I've
Yeah,
come up with is I used to be really good at pinpointing tops and bottoms.
yeah,
That was not the hard part for me. The hard part was understanding which trades are higher probability than others and stuff like that. So over
yeah,
time, I had to teach myself that. But out of that, I just grew to make a new habit out of it. Even when I know
yeah,
what the tops and bottoms are, I no longer go for them anymore.
yeah.
And a lot of it just has to do with trader psychology. Trying to do anything that'll decrease the burnout over time.
Yeah.
I could do
Yeah.
something like all week this week, but maybe 8 months down the road, if I'm still doing the exact same thing, I might be burning out. Things like that, and that came with experience because I was burning myself out a lot from the way I was doing things. I was
Yeah.
always trying to pinpoint everything too much, trying to be exact too much and stuff like that. And that's
Yeah.
why my entries now are a little bit more lax. But I couldn't care less, because the probabilities are higher now. And that's why I can't even, I knock on wood, I seriously can't
Yeah.
remember the last losing day I had was.
I do. I lost like 5,800 a week ago. One
Ouch!
day. Oh, I had to be stubborn as hell, and I was.
Was that cumulative, or was that just on your account alone?
My account.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I just got stupid stubborn.
Now, is this the account where you're making, like, on average, $700-800 a day? Or
Yeah.
is it... Oh, man, that's a huge drawdown compared to a daily profit.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, you know, I don't do it very often, but every now and then, I guess you got to put up with it. I didn't give it a second thought, and somebody called. Hey, I'm like, oh, shut up.
That's the kind of thing I worry about when doing like a block account or whatever you called it. Because from my understanding, it's like these people are stupid and cannot handle any kind of losses whatsoever. They kind of expect you to be perfect on your trading.
Uh,
Wow. I may have swallowed too many pills. I still feel it like sliding down my throat.
well, how many did you take?
Countless. Like, two of them are my actual meds, and then the rest is just, vitamins and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then lately I started taking these other things called adaptogens.
Uh-huh. I know that adaptogens are.
Yep, I started taking those, added those as well. So, two meds, a whole bunch of vitamins, and a whole bunch of, like a handful of adaptogens. So it really is like a soup.
You want to stay there, huh?
Oh man, not bad. Cumulatively, I made just shy of 7 points, but it looks like it's going to keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just on the bear side, and not including the early morning bull, or the bullishness right out the gate.
All right.
I think I made about, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm about 3 points there as well. So I'm up about 10 points for the day on ES.
Couldn't tell you much about it. don't even put it up anymore. Isn't that weird?
You got to go with what works for you, right? If you don't like
Yeah.
it, then what's even the point of putting it up?
Right. Yeah. That's kind of how I do it. I just found so much easier.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. ES is not the most friendly chart in the world. I don't know. I guess I just kind of got used to it. So now I stick to what I know kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd really like to eventually add DAX onto the picture as well. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush for it just yet. I want to get my account size a little bit bigger first. So I've been trading only 3 contracts this whole time. I've been, trading since last year. And that's because every month I'm taking money out of the account. And what I'm leaving left in the account is just enough to trade 3 contracts comfortably and let it build up again. And then again, at the end of the month, take money out.
Yeah.
And I can understand, the argument of, well, why didn't I just let the account build up and then just take a lump sum out? But honestly, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to start building bad habits and bad ideas in my head.
Right.
So what's up?
Nothing wrong with that. Not thinking at all.
Yeah. So I started paying off, all the money that I owe people, all the bills, everything. I wanted to make sure and get rid of all that first and foremost. Then I'll worry about, actually building up the account and stuff like that. But even then, by what time was that? By 9:09, so 39 minutes into the day, I made about $1,500 on 3 contracts. Just shy of it if you take, commissions into consideration. What's wrong with that, right?
Nothing. As a matter of fact, I don't even try to make that. I can do this $500 thing so consistently. I just do, $500, 2,500 a week.
And that's exactly what I try to teach my mentor students. Go for what you can do consistently, not what coulda, woulda, shoulda. Because coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
Last week, man, wow. I was making 50 plus points a day.
Yeah, that's gotta be exciting.
Yeah, you'd think, right? But
Yeah.
all of 2016, I've been getting more and more bored, and my mind's starting to wander and having a hard time concentrating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Back when I used to struggle just to make a couple of points, 2, 3, 4 points a day consistently.
Yeah.
Man, my head and my heart and my mind, everything was in it.
Yeah.
Now it's like I can't control myself. My head's just somewhere else now.
It's not in it. That's what I'll say.
And this has never really been an issue for me ever in trading until just now.
Huh?
My guess is that it's just overexposure. But, hopefully that's all it is.
I couldn't tell you. Must set down a little, but I'm kind of not really interested in taking a lot more trades.
What's that?
I made 1,000. That's trade 2s and 3s.
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty fair day.
Just made another point and a half. You see, I think that's what it is. I might be finding this a little too easy now,
Yeah.
and it's distracting
Oh,
me.
I was gonna say once you find it too easy, it'll come along and
That's where the dangers are.
yeah, it'll show you how easy it is.
But I think I'm pretty good about, if I don't know, I just don't know, and I won't push myself into anything.
Yeah,
I'm naturally a very defensive trader, so
yeah.
I think that all the more makes it more boring for me. The lack of
Yeah.
excitement plus repetitiveness, and there's no real surprise in it for me anymore.
That's exactly a surprising thing. Uh, go all the way to the top, I think.
I'm really surprised nobody showed up today on the chat.
Oh, I don't take it personal at all. One guy's mad. One guy's pretty mad at me. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, Jim wrote me a note. His internet is turned off. Tom, I don't. Tom kind of comes and goes. So I never really have a chance to talk to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, which one is Tom?
He's always on the phone.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, jeez.
What's the matter?
This slow market is boring me. Since that 1.5 points that I told you I just made, I've made like another 3 points after that.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Sold at 1931, bought at 28.75. This other guy that I'm mentoring, he just sent me a screenshot on Skype. It's like, hey, how's this looking? He's one of those people that kind of have to hold back on a leash because you set him loose, and he will have his way with the market. And sometimes the market will have its way with him.
No kidding.
So what I've been trying to teach him is, like trading's not supposed to be full of excitement. It's, once you get it down, it's going to be boring as hell, repetitious. So the best thing you can do is, find the safest trades, not the most exciting trades.
Oh, that probably went over like a fart in church.
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
Especially with his personality type, man, that took
Yeah.
forever to get ingrained.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. There's no doubt about it at all.
But yeah, he just showed me an example of a trade that he put on, and he's asking, so is this better? Is this what you'd call a low risk trade? Yada yada yada. It's perfect. It's good.
Just ask, yeah, how is people do it work? Yeah, then it was a good trade.
I used to be an extremely aggressive trader.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from trading options, stock options background.
Yeah.
I would even day trade stock options, and I'd try to get in on the trade to the penny. So if I'm trying to go long, I'll try
Yeah.
to get in long, maybe a penny or two before where I think it's going to bottom out. And it's because I'm trading options. So I want to try to get in on it before the option, volatility kicks in or whatever and skyrockets the price out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I used to be an extremely aggressive trader in that sense, and it was working out for me. But man, can that cause a burnout?
Yeah. That I'll admit is true.
I mean, it's one thing if you're trying to do it with the underlying, but when you're trying to do it with options and on day trading on top of that, not even swing trades, yeah, it was not fun.
No, I can't imagine it was. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like CL is having its pretty good volatile day.
Yeah, this is not for the weak of heart today.
Oh no, I think today was easier than it normally is.
Yeah.
There's certain setups that like CL is like NQ. If you get a good clean setup, it's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas ES, the jerks will purposely keep pulling back on, even though if it's gonna keep going, they're gonna keep pulling back in the middle, just to scare you or stop you out or whatever.
What?
For the life of me, I could never understand anybody who uses trailing stops.
No, I never. All it does is cut down your rate of return by whatever amount the trailing stop is.
Yeah. At the end of the day, either you know how to trade or you don't. And even when you do know how to trade, you can't expect to get them all right. But why make it worse on yourself by doing stupid things with trailing stops?
Yep. I agree. I hate them. Well, I have used them sometimes just as regular stop limit orders. Start at 20 and just keep them 20 behind, the whole time.
That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. When I put my trade, I use ATM strategies. So, or whatever the multi-charts equivalent to ATM strategies is.
Yeah.
So, it comes with the target and stop already in place. And then, if need be, I'll move either one closer or further. Or I never move the stop further, but the target, if it needs to be further, I'll move it further. Or if the stop needs to be closer, I'll move it closer. But yeah, once it's in place, it's in place. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm all over the place here, dude.
Huh.
While trading, I even get a message from a woman that I used to go to high school with, and she works in the oil industry, her company,
Yeah.
and I know somebody who pretty much works like hotels.com or whatever.
Yeah.
They can get cheaper hotel rooms and stuff like that, and all these bigger companies like Encore and all them, like utility companies.
Yeah.
They tend to be his number one customers. So I'll pass on the message for him.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Just copy that. Delete the whole friggin' thing. I'll just message him one-on-one. How's your trading going so far?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm up $1,005.
Oh, nice.
It's in the first hour, in an hour. What are you laughing about?
On Skype, you have like these little 2-second clips out of movies.
Yeah.
When before all you had were these little smiley faces and emojis or whatever they're called. Now
Yeah.
Skype
Yeah.
does like little movie clips. The
Yeah.
same guy, he just sent me a movie clip from Furious 7 where The Rock, he
Yeah.
says, Daddy's got to go to work, and he breaks the cast off his arm. I guess that's his way of saying, okay, he's going to stop charting and get ready for work.
Yeah, this is kind of what the end result of that trading schools and all those guys are is everybody's gonna, figure it all out themselves and woo 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 woo, and
Not a bad morning for, just sitting around here chit-chatting and occasionally putting on trades, right? To be up a grand in an hour, that's some good, that's a good living.
Hello.